China did in the past ask for military hardware,
Okay.
and we respectfully
I don't know
declined.
why, but it did stop streaming for some reason. But
So
we're back.
they are looking to
Hopefully. Hopefully it's
seek
back.
military hardware.
Let's see.
That's something I should bring up note.
Let's see.
I
Yeah,
think we just
it's
generally
back.
need to be a
Okay.
bit on the world on the same stage as we were with the Soviet Union.
Don't know why I
While
did
the
that.
Cold War has not broke out yet,
But I just
we need to
noticed that
be
it stopped
ready
streaming, so
to accept
Don't know
that
how
that
long ago that
reality is
happened.
the case if it does come, which I do believe it
luckily
will
I have it
come.
recording too.
I
So
think the increasing hostility and ideology of Beijing is becoming one that we cannot really fully reconcile with the state of world affairs. A global world needs to be globally united, and a country, a great power, with the economic force that Beijing has and the military numbers that Beijing has, cannot be so belligerent and have that same world order be stable unless we're prepared to defend it as we did during the last Cold War.
Have they shown any hostility towards Taiwan in the recent years?
I do not believe they have directly, but multiple of the high-ranking members of the Politburo, I believe it's called,
Yes.
are openly believers of intervention and full integration of Taiwan. So I do believe it's not beyond the realm of possibility that they may change this. And the US is looking at potential preemptive measures to avoid an invasion of Taiwan.
Well, you won't be alone in that regard.
I'm glad to hear it. It's one thing that we need to be is united. And I mean, I know NATO's North Atlantic. We don't have the same borders with China, but ultimately, China does still, as a global power, have the ability to reach NATO and the North Atlantic, and we should be able to support our friends in the East on that goal. I think supporting the Taiwanese, supporting the South Koreans, supporting the Japanese, I think that's vital. I think Commonwealth cooperation with Pakistan and India as well, and we're holding the fort down in Afghanistan. I think we've got a good chance defending these nations as long as we put our all into it and we make sure that we're all on the same page of this. I'm not suggesting we go and antagonize China, of course, but I do think we should be prepared to defend the nations that China may antagonize themselves ahead of time.
One of the nations that is particularly close to them, we haven't even mentioned yet, is Vietnam. Are they close allies to China?
Historically, no.
gotta rescue her
I do
before
believe they're cooperating
notice.
more.
They were invaded by the
Russia.
Chinese.
Historically, yeah, but I'm not
Historically,
sure.
yes.
Their modern relations, I do believe they're a bit more cooperative. It seems the leader of Vietnam is a bit more of a socialist ideologue than they usually are. So he sees China, last I heard, as a bit of a Soviet Union, a beacon of socialism. But that may have changed if they've seen rebuttal or they've seen how the Chinese treat Asian powers. But we would like to hear more from European allies if there's anything to say on this, because ultimately I know a lot of this is being said by ourselves in Canada, and that's not all the North Atlantic is. I mean, most of the NATO is Europe. I mean, Europe is the bulk of our alliance, and I think it's very important to know what Europe feels and Europe thinks.
It's getting worse. We also raised our healthcare, so that makes sense.
Anybody?
Czech Republic has nothing about it. Maybe it should be brought up of the recent rumors of the education camps, as the Chinese call it, in Xinjiang for the Uyghur people.
Should we condemn them?
As the Czech Republic has condemned their actions as a nation who has suffered under the guise of genocide back in the 40s. These actions should be consistently condemned by the UN to never let it happen again to any other group.
Yeah, we agree with that. We would support such a motion.
We support such a motion too.
Supported as well.
Motion.
The condemnation of Chinese re-education camps for the Uyghur population in Xinjiang.
Oh shit. We did not condemn that, technically. Israel's just not gonna say a peep on it.
We
I'll
would.
put it in the
Censor
proposal.
ourselves.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Diet.
I think cooperation with the EU and NATO and just the West in
lot of
general. I mean, it's very
stories, so
important.
we'll
I
just
think we all need to
going with the
work
podcast.
together, and we need to be on the same page here. And I'm glad to hear that we are, mostly, I believe.
Oh, my neck.
Okay, well, I think their NATO meeting is finally wrapping up. But I'm going to use my position as a non-NATO ally to come
Is
and
there
listen,
anything anyone
so-
else wishes to say as well in this?
Not that I can think of.
Do you think we should try and revigorate perhaps Japanese and South Korean war industries for defense purposes?
Work closely with these nations. I mean, our own government's going to be focusing on helping them to cooperate within themselves. I believe Japan is taking a very proactive measure in this. So we will be cooperating with them as an independent nation. I do believe that NATO generally should work with them too, to those ends. But of course, we can do so as individual nations as well. I mean,
takes some
ultimately, I just think we need to prop up the free nations of Asia in this coming storm.
I just want to quickly update you. We have started the AVEX operation in North
That's-
Korea. Or
That's perfect to hear.
yes, the Japanese. By the way, the Japanese, in order to use their air bases. By the way, I was stupid and didn't think about the airbase that you have in Japan, but whatever. They want to hear about the results of that investigation. Do you agree, Mr. President, or is this something we should keep confidential?
The Japanese are good friends. I do believe that we can trust them on that matter.
All right.
They've shown that they support us wholesale, and they've been very good friends and allies.
It's very good. On a side note, the South Koreans didn't feel comfortable hosting that AVEX plane in their country. Just as a
That's
side note.
understandable. They have made diplomatic endeavors with the North, which I can't blame them for. They are trying to avoid nuclear or total conflict, of course.
Okay,
So
let's just go back to
Yes,
Israel.
it's
This is all about
reasonable.
Asia. Not relevant to us
Just
anymore.
wanted to inform you about that, if in case you didn't know.
So, yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize that the stream went offline. So I don't even know how long it wasn't recording for. Well, streaming for. It was recording the whole time. So there's that. But, yeah.
That sucks, but that's okay.
It's kind of towards the end anyway, so here's what it is. Hello.
Greetings.
Greetings, Mr. Mubarak. How are you?
Well, I'm really great, and how are you, my friend?
I'm also very great. I'm also very
That's
great.
good to hear. It's good to hear. No, I was awaiting that moment where we can meet. Because, you know, I believe there's a lot that can be done in what is left after the Prime Minister Barak in terms of the Egyptian-Israeli relations. I believe that, well, as I've heard about you, my friend, Mr. Netanyahu, I know that you are a person that can push its agenda forward, and you are for sure a man that knows what he's doing, and I hope that, well, under your rule, Israel will look as a regional power that is willing to work with all of the members of the Middle East and North Africa.
Of course. Well, like we told the Gazans and the West Bankers, we, of course, remain committed to a pathway towards peace, and the Knesset, as we speak, is redrafting the Camp David Accords in a way that we feel will be acceptable by the majority of the current coalition, and then if it is, then we will be able to send it over to the PLA. Then it'll be in their court.
It is really great to hear. Yes, we also really loved your speech and the UNSC session.
Thank you.
It shows how different this administration will be from the previous government of Israel. And it seems that, the work that your cabinet has done for the peace process with Palestine is more than we have seen happen for almost 5 years right now. And that is something we are really appreciating.
Israel is your ally, my friend, Mr. Mubarak. Okay? I'm glad that I could have surpassed the bar that my failed predecessor left on the ground. But it was not a high bar.
Of course,
Mr. Barak was a failure for the Social Democrats and a failure for the left in this country. And it's time for Likud and our parties to prove that we are the correct answer for Israel and peace, of course.
Of course. Well, it is great to hear that we finally have a real actor on the Middle East in terms of cooperating with us for the peace process, for the person, for the whole Middle Eastern world.
Of course.
We have a third guest, I think.
Yes. Hello.
Hello. Will the Israel may be interested on investing on the nation of Switzerland?
Yeah. What were you looking for to get from Israel?
Oh, maybe a civ or an office.
Yes, we can provide an office sector.
All right.
Where would you like it to be built?
In Midland.
Okay.
Okay.
We will put it into Bern, in the capital city.
All right. Can you send the request?
Yeah, I just did.
Yeah. All right. Have a good day, Your Excellency.
Well, thank you. It's Prime Minister, but thank you.
Okay. Have a good day.
You as well.
Like someone.
Okay.
Well, I see you have admirers.
We do. I do. My name is Netanyahu, Bibi, as they call me. Bibi. So
of course.
It's a tough life being the Prime Minister of Israel, I'll tell you that. Everybody loves me. Everybody loves me. Everybody hated Barak because Barak was inactive. He didn't do anything. He was useless. Now is time for action. Don't you agree, Mr. Mubarak?
Of course I agree. And
no more debate. We just should act. Draft the treaty, put it through the Knesset, and send it off to the Palestinians. That's what I say.
Wanted to say that, Sonish will be announcing some of more of a cooperation in terms of the oil industry. And, just a heads up that, probably Israel will get some of our notions to cooperate with us in terms of oil industry. So that is
yes. Well, we're willing to cooperate with Egypt, of course, as long as the Sinai remains demilitarized for the foreseeable future.
Something in all of you never changes, I guess.
Yes. Well, Security is paramount above politics, my friend. So, security, obviously, is something that Barack and I might have had in common as core tenants. He was a former IDF soldier, after all.
Indeed. Well, no. One could say that, security is something that we could look from different sides. And for us, security might be a little different, but it's not a thing that we wanted to discuss right
Well,
now.
perhaps it could be debated for the future, my friend. Who knows? Who knows?
Of course, we would love to say that, and I'm sure that you will be more reasonable to talk than your president.
Yes. Yes, we are, of course, more willing to talk. Totally.
But Barack was also willing to talk, but those talks were rather unsuccessful.
Yes, well, he was a weak prime minister, Mr. President. You're a strong president. You don't have to worry about that. But weak prime ministers.
I guess, thanks.
Weak prime ministers like Ehud Barak. People trying to find peace with paper, peace with words. Just doesn't work. And the world saw firsthand that it does not work, Mr. President.
Well, it seems so, looking at what we have been provided for the last 5 years. But, well, let's hope that it will end right now.
Yes.
Well, I think that is all I wanted to talk. Like I said, I'm really looking towards a better and better cooperation within our two states.
Of course.
I'm sure in no time you will get some of papers in terms of our all industry cooperation, and I'm sure that from there it will only go better and better.
Of course. Would you also very unrelated, but would you allow 3 Israeli destroyers to pass through the Suez Canal to go to Negev?
Suez Canal is open for anyone at any time. Of course, we are really thankful for the Israeli that are asking. But of course, we are ready to get past any ships that want to pass.
Argentina has just recognized Palestine. What is up with all these foreign states?
That's great. That's great. That's really great.
So great. Oh, by 3 destroyers, apparently I meant 7, actually. My apologies, Mr. President. I thought that I only had 3 selected, but it appears I had 7. Hopefully this is no problem, of course.
Yes, it's not a problem. Especially that they are, going just to another Israeli port.
They are. They are.
Exactly.
But was there anything else that you needed, Mr. President?
No, my friend. No, that is, I think, all.
I see. Okay. Well, if you will excuse me, my good sir, I wanted to go speak to the Chinese.
Of course, of course.
So I'll be back. Want to speak to China so that I could do this little fucking focus that gives them influence. Where's China? China? Where are you, China? There he is.
To speed up the future investments.
Yeah, between North Korea and China. I mean, we have that already between Kazakhstan and China.
So you should probably send one of those.
Oh, I can send that to North Korea too. Yeah, I don't have an issue with that.
Yep. Yeah, you can do that if you're planning to invest in us, and it's worth it.
Do we have another delegate here?
Yes, yes.
We're not speaking to any North Koreans here.
No. I could hear the conversation in the other room, don't worry. Well, we were hoping to reach out to China to maybe establish a relationship, one that already exists, but to grow upon it. And get some investments into Israel. And whatever else you might want to potentially negotiate.
We do believe that the fruitful relationship between ourselves and your state, the state of Israel, is important. So we are open to strengthening ties. But we cannot do any more investments as of now.
I see. I see. Well, if you ever find
We
the
could
ability-
receive though, but I'm not sure if you are able to. We could.
What would you be willing to give us in addition to us investing into China? Because it would be an expensive endeavor for our government. of
No, we
course.
understand. We could cover the costs through a very cheap bond. And you invested in us, and you get the reinvestments. How does that sound?
We're not really interested in trying to pay an interest on a bond, unfortunately.
No, we could do it. Have it be in a bond without interest. So,
What if we purchased your bonds? Instead of investing anything, we just purchased some Chinese bonds.
that could work. What would be the interest rate?
Good question. Let me see. We would be willing to buy 16 billion at a 2% interest.
That would work for us.
Did I say 18 right? Yeah.
18 also works.
Okay.
You said 16, but 18 also works.
Okay, we'll do 18.
Very well. You're actually the first nation buying our bonds.
Yes, well, we're happy that that's the case, actually. I'm glad that we could be hopefully a future bridge between you and the Western world.
Oh, I hope so too.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Pharaoh.
Vote for
Good day.
Palestine.
Hey! Yeah, I heard that from
There's
some
a
room. There was a room down the hall, and somebody
there's a-
yelled
there's a
something.
res-
There might be
very
a
glad that-
terrorist in your establishment, my good sir. I don't know. It's just a hunch.
We're very glad to see the peace efforts ongoing between yourself and the Palestinians.
Of course, of course. Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll be on my way now.
Good day.
Good day. I have an idea, actually. We're gonna just start buying bonds and incurring interest. I want to go to the US and do the exact same thing. But first, we might need to bail out. Nah. We'll just go to America real quick. Buy some bonds. They're all still in NATO. We're going to Germany then.
A fascist.
Hello.
Greetings.
Hello.
But he is a fascist that does not hold elections. That is the main reason Germany is confused.
It's all part of the plan.
What plan?
There's a plan.
And what is that plan?
So we are.
Oh shit, I realized I was in Paris. I should be waiting in Berlin. I want to talk to the Germans. Most of the French economy is doing pretty well. I don't think... it's doing pretty well, actually. But Germany's cooking. I want to buy their bonds at like a 20% interest if I can. Why is it paused? Oh, wait, it's actually probably the end of the session. It's 4 o'clock already. Alright. Yeah, no extension this week. Yep. So that'll be the end. Alright, that's something I'm gonna do a lot next session. Because I am going to start bumping interest rates. And start holding bonds as leverage. This will be the next stage. Netanyahu has hard power. Everybody understands that. What we're going to use next is soft power. on a global scale. Hopefully, we're gonna get money that will outpace our debt expenditures from the United States with the interest rates. Hopefully, and China. I mean, that's giving me. I think that broke me even just doing a 2% interest. So that wasn't bad. Let's see. Where do I see interest rates? Right here. Okay. So we're getting 0.071 billion. But it'll grow from there. It'll be good. We might blockade Gaza. I might set up some RP next week to blockade Gaza because we've got this focus here to form a quarantine. And all I needed was to send these destroyers here, and since Egypt let me, I might just start blocking Gazan trade. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know yet. No promises. Or travel across Europe we'll do next. But anyway, we'll be back next week for another RP game.
Hi.
Hello.
Do you know why we are paused?
That's the end of the session.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there's no extension today.
Sure, fair enough.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll miss them. GG then.
What was it?
GG?
Yeah, GG, man. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Okay. Alright, thank you for watching. I'm sorry that the stream died halfway through. Well, the 3/4 of the way through. But, oh well, we got the other half here. Other quarter here. And it wasn't much, it was just the UN yapping. So, anyway,